You know, at one point, Angie's narration said that she had to choose between her two contradicting wishes. To either find the truth and abandon her optimistic hopes for her family's return, or give up on that truth and keep waiting for her family that's never gonna come back, deceiving her numb self forever with childish illusion that Bella provided her. I guess there is no room for doubt that this isn't just something that relates to Angie, as a decision she has to make, but something I myself am to think about as well. Both of the choices described by her are agreeable, but both are disagreeable too. If the story were a different and more normal one, an option would be to discover the truth, accept that the family died, and move on to a better life, without being chained to your past. Except in Angie's case, this is her end goal before dying. A reason why this is something I just cannot accept when talking about Angie. Even though, under any other circumstances, it is something that before I would have thought of taking it. I did say that she would more than likely not handle this truth well either. And if that were the case, we could still help her like afterwards. But if she's truly gonna die right then and there, then this is not something I want to happen. Like, she should not open that book no matter what. As for me, you know, when I look at what I did prior to Umineko, while I have changed some of the ways I viewed things throughout this entire story, while I have made theories and viewed characters in ways I never did previously, there is one thing that always stayed constant with me, even to this point. Yep. Indeed, there is definitely a constant in this. Oi! Can you hear me? Frickin' ships! Yeah, you. Probably filled with goats, like even more goats. If there is a constant that I will always stick to in these stories, it is that I will always follow the hearts of those that I believe in, which is valor and battle. After ending Danganronpa, without spoiling much, I rejected hope and despair. Where there is despair, hope will triumph. When hope is at its peak, despair will come back to strike again, and so on and so on. An endless battle. Well, you know what? I rejected that. And those survivors also rejected it. I followed their hearts. When I ended the last adventure of Great Ace Attorney, I will admit yet again that the mystery was not something that really enticed me. But one thing that stayed constant even there was for me to see the heroes triumph so that they would be happy in the end. That still stuck with me. That is still something that I wanted to see. And that made me really happy by the end of all of it. So the same thing will happen here. Truth? You know what? This story has taught me to never stop thinking. And it may be in contradiction with what I'm about to say over here, but I honestly don't care. If Valor and Battle don't want the truth to be revealed to others, then I will stick to their belief. I will stick to their belief because they deserve their peace. That's what this is all about. Which, you know, it brings back one of the good old questions of Umineko. What is magic? Or, I guess to be specific, what is magic to me? Well, you know what? Sitting here in front of the gate, in front of all those ships, that is magic to me. My love for this family is what magic represents to me. There were times, admittedly, when I was getting sick of this family, that they were testing my patience at times. But there is one thing that reinforced one of my beliefs about the family. It was that Halloween party that we had before. Pieces will not do things out of their character. Or more like, pieces will do things, even if it's not something that they would do, like initially. It shows the potential that they would have. It shows that they are capable of being good people, that they are capable of being happy people together. And that is what counts to me as well. Even if the Rakenjima incident happened, even if tragedy happened because of greed or something like that, the Halloween party showed me yet again that they are capable of being better, that they are capable of being a peaceful family, and that's what matters to me. I reject that truth. I'm a... Ow! Ugh, Jesus Christ. I kicked the door so hard it bounced and it hit me back. Ugh. I was about to say that I was on fire, but let's make sure that I don't burn myself too much. A gentle rain poured down over the old golden land, the Rose Garden. The golden land's weather reflected the hearts of those inside it. The quietly falling raindrops spoke for the pain felt by those who could do nothing but hide here, waiting for the enemy's final assault. When they returned to the arbor, the compito flew out of Balor's pocket, jumped onto the table, and returned to its original form. Yeah, well, I guess so. You know, I did ask before, like, why would you transform yourself into a compito candy of all things? But then again, a candy like that is probably soft, and you could hit Balor's head like easily, without injuring him. Imagine if you were a flying piece of rock that just that just hit Balor in the head. That would do some damage. I guess one other option would be to make yourself into a paper plane, because you're super paper and all that.
まさか魔女にもなってこんなハラハラした目に遭うなんて夢にも思わなかったわ。
それでエンジやベールンカステルたちは一体どこに？
図書の都よ。
聞いたことがあります。海を渡る偉大なる魔女たちが集めたさまざまなかけらを書物に記し保管した地があると。
尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女により厳選されし名誉ある図書の都ですな。
Ah, yes. The great witch of theater-going, drama and spectating's noble city of carefully selected books.
大アウローラ教は図書の都の主だ。なるほど、妥当な場所であるな。しかしさすがはラムダデルタ教ね。無数に想定された隠れ家からこんなにも早く居場所を突き止められるなんて。
Yeah. Now we gotta know how to enter this witch of theater-going, spectating, and dramas noble city of carefully selected books. Do we have a key for that, I guess?
それがね、簡単に分かっちゃったわ。分かるも何も向こうで大々的に宣伝をしているわ。
Oh, I can imagine.
無限の魔女大ベアトリーチェ教の猫箱の秘密大公開パーティーって
ね。なるほどな。奴らがまだ攻めてこぬ理由は援軍待ちではなくパーティーの式次第のせいらしいぞ。
そのパーティーとやらでエンジの鍵を使って一なる真実の書を公開するということなのか。
そういうことね。アウローラは久しぶりのイベントなんで各界から賓客を集めて大パーティーを催してるわ。一なる真実の書はそのパーティーの最後の目玉になるでしょうね。
エンジと鍵を取り戻すチャンスはまだあるってことか。
時間的猶予という意味ではね。ただとてもシンプルかつ当然な問題が。
なんだ？
図書の都は元老院の管理下にある聖域よ。神聖な結界が張られている。元老院の魔女以外は踏み入ることさえできない。
Well, I guess as far as I know, Lambda Delta probably isn't a witch of the Senate. Well, I can imagine. If she were a witch of the Senate, she would probably be there just a week, and then she'd be fired for her poor misconduct.
パーティーの招待客には元老院に席を持たぬ者もいるので。
ええ、いるわ。そういう連中には特別に聖域に踏み入ることを許可する招待状が与えられてるみたい。
招待状。
これは面白くなってきましたな。
と私も思ったわよ。と ころがこの招待状、遅刻厳禁でパーティー開始時刻までに入場受付をしてないと自動的に効果を失う優れもの。そしてお気の毒なことに、ついさっきパーティーは始まっちゃったわ。
つまり遅刻した来客の誰かから招待状を奪うという手はもう手遅れということか。
そういうことで、どうすんのこれから。誰かポップコーンもらえる？今度はキャンディーフレーバーがいいわ。
門外漢で恐縮だが、もはやお手上げに思えるね。
私たちはもうおしまいなのですね。
ここで座ったまま奴らが襲ってくるまで待ってるしかないの。何かできることがあるはずだわ。
そうね、私たちにできることは一つ。
それは
1分1秒でも悪あがきして奇跡を待つことや。
So we're all going in for an attack, both humans and witches. Is that what we're going for?
奇跡。
つまりこいつはあらもの砦ってわけさ。
私たちに幸福はない。できるのは1分1秒でも持ちこたえて奇跡が起こるのを待つことだけで。
ウリュウ、奇跡って何？エンジェが何かの理由で気が変わってここへ戻ってくる可能性が何百万分の1の確率であるかもしれない。
そのような極小の確率の末ならば、それは確かに奇跡と呼べるであろうな。
私たちはエンジェさんの帰りを待つためにここにいるんです。
ええ、エンジェさんの帰る場所は私たちのいるここだけなんです。だから私たちは最後の1秒までここを守って彼女の帰りを待たなければならないんです。
留守をお預かりすることこそ使用人の役目。こうとなればこの号だ。もう覚悟は決まっております。
バトラ様、我ら一同すでに覚悟は決まっております。
シエスタ姉妹近衛隊一同、盟約に基づき最後まで大ベアトリーチェ教とご一緒するであります。
45、問題ありません。最後まで戦います。ようやく似合いの死に場所を見つけたに。410、問題ないに。
煉獄の7姉妹、最後までベアトリーチェ様とバトラ様のおそばに。
The 6 younger sisters also show their resolve with their eyes.
アイゼルネイ・ヨングフラウ、最後までお供します。
元 SSVD もいいぜ。
そしてあなたもどうか私たちに力を。
私？だーよ、偵察してきてあげたじゃない。それで私は十分協力をしてあげたつもりだけど。
あなたはエンジェちゃんが図書の都の中にいるのをどうやって確認したんですか？
もちろんこの目でよ。私、自分の目で見たものしか信用しないたちなの。
Never trusting anything unless you see it for yourself. Yeah. Okay.
ということは、あなたは聖域である図書の都に入る資格を持っているということですね。
Yeah, you know. Certainly brings me back to the the earlier episodes where, you know, before I had always had the mentality of, hey, I won't accept that somebody is dead until I see it with my own eyes that that person truly died. For example, you know, how somebody falls off a river and we assume that they're dead, but we don't really know for sure until the last moment and all that. But yeah, with Umineko, that's not the case.
そうと、大ラムダデルタ教は元老院の大魔女であらせられるぞ。
Ah, so she is. It was probably said at some point.
ラムダデルタ。
何よあんたたち。まさか私にもう一働きしろって言ってんじゃないわよね。
これは思わぬ出番だね。
図書の都に入ることができるのはラムダデルタ教ただ一人。
ということはこれはまさにラムダデルタ教のための見せ場ということじゃない。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよあんたたち正気。私がたった一人であそこへもう一度侵入してエンジェを連れ戻してこいっての。
Yes. The several dozen people surrounding Lambda Delta all nodded in unison.
バカも休み休みお言いなさいよね。エンジを助け出すってことは大アウローラのパーティーをぶっ壊せってことよ。
Yes.
私に世界を敵に回せってこと。
Yes.
私に見返りはないわ。あるわけない。
Yes. I mean,
あんたたちに用意できるどんな見返りだって大アウローラとその愉快な友人の化け物たちを敵に回すことと割が合うわけなんてない。
大アウローラと大ベルンカステルの目論見を台無しにしエンジェちゃんを連れ戻しみんなで和解するというハッピーエンドが見られます。
どうであるかラムダデルタ教。これほどのスリル他にはないぞ。それほどの大事を成し遂げればそなたも病を1000年は忘れることができるのではないか。
頼むラムダデルタ、俺たちに力を貸してくれ。
please, please, we're begging you. Help us save Angie. Everyone clamored for Lambda Delta's help. They surrounded her and begged for her assistance.
どうか頼むラムダデルタ教。そなたしかおらぬのだ。
Yeah, also, I do have to apologize for that last video, Lambda Delta. Hopefully that doesn't affect our, friendship, and hopefully that won't affect you helping us in this.
力を貸してくれ。俺がお前に最高の物語を見せてやる。そいつを最前列で見せてやるから。だから力を貸してくれ。
うるさい黙れっつってんです。
Della leapt to her feet and crushed a cup of popcorn in her hands. Sweet candy-flavored popcorn flew everywhere, and pieces stuck to everyone's face. It may have been a hilarious sight. However, no one laughed. Della's face was filled with a rage that none of them had seen before.
勘違いしないでくれる。私は観客よ観客。ベアトに招かれてそのゲームを見物に来ただけの客人よ。その私がなんであんたたちのために命までかけなきゃなんないわけ。エンジェが帰ってきたらハッピーエンド。バカじゃない。怒り狂ったベルンとその軍勢が一気になだれ込んできてブチッと潰されておしまいじゃな。私がここにいる理由はたった一つよ。それは面白い物語が見られるとそこのリオンに単価を切られたから。そして私はもうじき最高に面白い物語が見られることを信じて疑わないわ。それは排水の陣でベルンの軍勢と戦って一人また一人と散っていく悲しい悲しい物語。全員に散り際の見せ場がありそうだもんね。それを間近でもうじき感激できるのよ。あんたたちはもうじきみんな死ぬの。でも私は違う。私は観客よ客人よ。あんたも一緒に死んでくれなんて言われる筋合いはこれっぽっちもないんだから。
No one was able to say a word. And there's still silence, with no sound except that of the rain. Even Lambda Delta finally hung her head in dismay.
ごめんね。私ってば最高にかっこ悪いわ。そうよね。 こで私が任せておきなさいって胸を叩いたら、私の人気はうなぎ登りで、次の人気投票はトップ3くらいに入っちゃうかもね。
I mean, they didn't already. What with that last witch contest that we did like last year?
でもね、私はあんたたちと違って、物語の登場人物じゃないのよ。死ねないのよ。あんたたちが深夜に、クライマックスはこれからだとか意気込んでるけど。
Well, you know, maybe you're not one of this story's characters. Maybe you'll be part of a completely different story. But what matters is that each character has their own story. They are the heroes of their own story. So even if you are not a part of this story, you have your own story to fulfill in the end.
私は明日、月曜で学校で日直で朝は起床が早いわけよ。
Ah, fuck school. Wait, there's a... You're still attending school?
住んでる世界が違うの。だからさ、私をさ。
Dada staggered as though dizzy, then plopped down into a chair. Then she became expressionless like a doll, just staring at a single point in space, sadly. I feel like we've touched something from her past in this situation here. Dada softly apologized. However, Lambda Delta remained expressionless.
俺たちにできることも尽くさないのに、あんたにだけ何かを失うように強いるのはフェアじゃない。
Yeah. I'd say that, well, even if you are not gonna actively participate in what we're about to face, we are determined enough to go through with this, no matter what. Like, Battler, like everyone, is certain that we're gonna get Angie back, and we're gonna get our own happy ending here. So, even if you're not gonna participate, you better watch it, Lambda Delta. You can totally watch this spectacular end that we're gonna have here, and you're gonna enjoy it.
俺たちはここで戦い、最後の1秒までここを守る。エンジェが一なる真実よりも俺たちを選び、帰ってきてくれるかもしれない奇跡を信じて、それも尽くさないのに、あんたに俺たちと一緒に命を捨ててくれなんて頼む。
Battler rose from his seat and spun around.
バトラー、
見張りの2人と交代してくれ。俺が奴らと戦う時の先陣でありたい。
Alright.
それが今すぐ俺がラムダデルタに見せられる。
わらわも行くぞ。お師匠様はラムダデルタ教に新しいポップコーンを頼む。デアとエンジェは必ず帰る。信じねば実る奇跡も実らぬというもの。くじを買わねば当たることもないのだからな。
That also stood him a full batter.
みんな戦いに備え何かの準備をしよう。
賛成だぜ。ここでうつむいてだってバカバカしいぜ。
そうだな。最後くらい景気よく行こうぜ。
エンジェちゃんの帰る場所を
私たちも作戦会議が必要です。
そうだな。家具に武具に悪魔に異端審問官だ。このちぐはぐ連合軍でうまく連携を取らなきゃな。
さあ妹たち、休憩の時間は終わりよ。シエスタ対起立。
The humans and the fantasy creatures all rose to their feet and left the arbor. Afterwards, only Lambda Delta remained, staring blankly at a point in empty space.
いい香りの紅茶ね。インスタント？それともティーバッグかしら？
おや、同志エヴァもいかがです？カップはないのでロートになりますが。
Go Butterfly drifted onto the balcony and then turned into Eva.
ベルンカステルの様子はどう？一なる真実の書の封印を解くのにまだだいぶかかるのかしら。
それを伝えに来たのよ。封印が解けたそうよ。
No.
おめでとうございます。いよいよですね。あなたの人生のピリオド。
鍵を持ってベルンカステル教のところへお行きなさいな。使い魔の猫が案内してくれるわ。
Two emerald sparkles flew in. They were the green glinting eyes of a black cat. The cat flicked its tail elegantly, with the dignity of a high-class attendant.
わかったわ。じゃあ、ちょっと行ってくるわ。
Angie rose from her seat. She did it casually, as though she really was just heading out for a short trip. However, her lips would never touch her half-finished cup of tea again.
短い間でしたが楽しかったです。同族嫌悪って感情を知ることができる貴重な時間でした。私こそ次に会えたらどうやったらこんなにまずく紅茶が入れられるのか、ぜひ秘密を教えてほしいわ。
嬉しい？私が12年間ずっと隠して意地悪してきた秘密がいよいよ知れて
嬉しいわ。ああ、今ならエリカの気持ちがわかるわ。あんたが死ぬまで守った秘密を暴けて、あんたに一矢報いてやったって気持ちになるもの。
それは気持ちのいいこと？
多少はマシって程度だわ。
Angie nodded towards the black cat to let it know that she was ready. And the cat nodded back in a refined manner, indicated that it wanted Angie to follow, and left from the balcony. Without turning back, Angie folded, jumping out into the air as though swimming. Eva watched her go. An expression of ridicule and scorn was not the one that crossed her face.
いってらっしゃい、エンジェ。それもあんたの選んだ道よ。あんたはもう6歳じゃない。18歳なのよ。自分の人生は自分で選択しなさい。
過保護なおばさまだことで。
私は式典の様子を見に行くけれど、あなたは？
もうじき出陣の時間ですので、船に向かいます。手土産にはベアとの屍を。
Oh. So you are basically going to be the leader of those ships? Oh my god.
腹渡はパーティーに。私は皮をもらえることになってますので、剥製を作りましょう。
これで謎のベールに包まれた六軒島物語もおしまいね。
するとその駒であるあんたもおしまいになりますね。
私はただの駒よ。駒の役目はゲームが終わるまで自分の役目に忠実であることだわ。ゲームが終わった後のことを考えるのは駒の役目じゃない。
そうですね。それは私も同じです。お互い今のこのひとときを楽しみましょう。では 私もこれで失礼します。じゃあね、お仕事頑張ってね。
After exchanging elegant bows, the two witches vanished at the same time. Nothing remained except some half-finished teacups, and the aroma of the tea itself. But yeah, I guess it makes sense that Erika herself would be the captain of those ships. Assuming that those ships have some more goats, Erika would be the leader of those goats since she is the Witch of Truth. The captain of the ships that will set sail for the single truth. Yeah. Well, let's pray for Angie here. One after another, luxury cars stopped in front of a high-class hotel in the city, and guests began to step out of them. Well, here it comes, the party. The opening day for the book.
Yeah, Otsuki Kyoji.
Oh, I actually did not expect Otsuki to have a comeback. Guess it makes sense that he will be one of them as well. All the guests gathered here were very rich and cultured. A single hobby tied all of them together. They were the witch hunters, like-minded people who enjoyed exploring various interpretations of the Rokenjia mystery.
しかし本当でしょうか。後ろ宮エヴァの日記帳が実在したなんて。私も噂には聞いておりました。後宮エヴァが死の直前に隠したとささやかれる秘密の日記。彼女は六軒島の真実をそれに密かに記していたと噂されます。まるで王様の耳はロバの耳ですな。人は自分しか知り得ない秘密を穴を掘ってでも口にせずにはいられない悲しい生き物なのです。何でも聞いた話ではドバイのコレクターが1000万ドルで買収を持ちかけてるとか。それはすごい。それだけロッキン島ミステリーが魅力的なことの証左ですな。
Conversations like this were breaking out passionately all over the place. Furthermore, the guests weren't the only ones pouring in. The press was also there in force. The Rokenjima mystery had created such a large movement that, at one time, it became a social phenomenon. Though that had died down slightly in recent years, it was still a topic fiercely debated across the internet. It was hardly any surprise that the discovery and imminent release of Ushirumiya Eva's diary, which contained the truth of that mystery, had caused an uproar. And on top of all that, the mysterious forger Itoi Kukuro was to appear publicly for the first time. In fact, it seemed that Itoi Kukuro and Hachijo Toya, the up-and-coming mystery novelist, were the same person. Of course, this meant that Hachijo Toya would also be appearing in public for the first time. The fact that she was actually an enigmatic female author, despite having been thought to be male, would have been enough to cause a stir on its own. Before the diary unveiling party, a press conference was held in one of the rooms of the hotel.
いかにも私が八条東也です。
先生は過去のサイン会においても影武者を立ててまで姿を現すことを拒まれてきたわけですが、それが今回こうして姿を現されたのはどういうご心境の変化からでしょ
う。六軒島の魔女伝説は無限の物語を生み出してきました。それが終焉することの意味を考えれば、物書きの端くれとしては姿を現す形で敬意を表するべきであると感じたからです。
偽書作家としての先生はネット上で真実に至ったと公言されておりました。それはつまりもう先生は日記の中身をご覧になっているということなのですか？
そしてそれはもうじき皆さんにも公開されることとなるでしょう。
こう言ってはなんですが、日記の中に記された内容が真実であるとの保証はあるのでしょうか？個人の私的記録に過ぎないといううがった見方もあるようですが。
いいえ、私が保証します。日記には真実が記されています。
A stir passed through the crowd, and the room was suddenly filled with camera flashes.
これにて八条先生の会見を終了いたします。報道各社の皆さん、本日は誠にありがとうございます。引き続きまして後宮江橋の日記の撮影時間に移りたいと思います。
The hotel worker pushed forward a card covered by a veil. Then, after looking to Hachijo for approval, he removed the veil. There lay Shirumiya Eva's diary. The book of the single truth sat there, waiting for its seal to be broken. Hachijo held it to her chest and laughed enigmatically. Camera flashes came from everywhere, making the book of the single truth glint.
以上で会見を終了させていただきます。それでは皆様、会場の方へ移動をお願いいたします。
Still holding the diary, Hachijo left the press conference room, escorted by men from the hotel, until she ran through a door that said, no entry unless authorized. The journalists continued to surround her and ask questions, hoping to gather just one more comment. When the door slammed shut, the roll twisted. The hotel employees became black cats wearing capes. Hachijo had turned into Fiddle.
すごい熱気じゃない。楽しめた？疲れる。だが悪くない。それにしてもこの日記は重いな。
Federin tossed the diary, and Bercastello caught it.
私は少し控え室で休ませてもらおう。出番なんてすぐよ。休んでる暇なんてないでしょ。では休むと言わず、久しぶりの興奮をかみしめる時間が欲しいと言い直そう。この本借りるわよ。エンジェに一番に見せる約束をしているわ。そうか。ならば好きにするがよい。
Federin left, followed by her cat attendants.